Hello, all you Thrive Lifers. We are so excited to come to you today and talk about something that is so near and dear to our heart. Over on Million Dreams team, we started that to create momentum within the whole consultant base, and that means you. Abbott's and Sherry and Holly, and we've just been collaborating. And we've kind of looked back and looked and analyzed for the first couple of years, like, what did we do right? What gave us that momentum in those early years? What propelled us to make that six-figure income? And so we started really analyzing all of this, and we came up with a few things, right? And we found that we did very, very similar things in the beginning days. And we actually did some of the things that the top gurus in the industry did, which is surprising to all of us.
What did Sherry say? I love what she said about that.
She said, which is a totally Sherry-ism, we didn't know at the time, but we accidentally did a lot of things right. Yeah. And I love that because we did do a lot of things on accident, but we were on this path of momentum and creating a synergy, and it happened in those beginning days. And we wanted to recreate that for you. And help all of you have the tools that you need to create momentum on your teams. One of the things that we did right was that we all did sponsoring sprints. Every single one of us were out there just sprinting and sprinting and sprinting and sprinting. And sometimes life got in the way, right? Life got in the way, so you'd have to pull back from your sprint, and then you'd go, okay, I have this next 30 days, I'm gonna sprint on that 30 days. So everybody has life in the way, and it's okay. You just start your sprint some other time. But sprinting and getting those consultants on your team and training them was a huge part. Another thing that we talked about was the business earning potential. This is the thing that really got all of us excited, that we could earn a big check. Now, in the beginning days, to be honest with you, the goal for me was let's get the car payment covered. Let's get some of these things covered in our household, right? But they weren't that big. They were kind of smaller, but it turned into bigger as my team got bigger.
And I think maybe we've gotten away from that a little bit, from talking about the business and the income potential.
Yeah.
We've maybe softened our pitch and our sell a little bit and kind of say, hey, you can just do it for fun. You don't have to do tastings. You can just buy it for yourself.
Right.
And if we're going to create momentum, we've got to get more people who actually want to make a business out of it. It's fine to do it for those other reasons. There's a place for those people too.
I mean, all of us fell in love with the food first.
Right. So there's a place for everybody, but we've got to create more of those builders, the business builders.
Right. Another thing that we created in the beginning days was duplication. Duplication was huge for all of us. In creating Million Dream Teams, we wanted to teach consultants who are serious about growing a multi-$1,000 income how to duplicate. We wanted to teach them systems and processes and how to duplicate tools. Now, if you're on the Million Dreams team, in the file section, we have so many tools, and we will continue to add these to the toolbox there, the file section. One of them is the party presentation with the flip chart that Debbie Abbott has come up with. And, even if you're not a flip chart girl, which I am totally not the flip chart girl, this is vital to your newbies, even if they read it over and go do their party, or maybe they need that for the first couple of parties. It is a real great tool, don't you think?
Yeah, it's something to get people right out of the gate able to do a presentation, whether it's a one-on-one or a tasting with a group of people. It's a tool that people can rely on to just, okay, I could do this. I can take this flip chart and I could do it in, tomorrow I could share this with somebody.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of videos in A Million Dreams team also on how to use these that Heather Parker and Debbie Abbott both did. So those are great.
Yeah, and we'll be releasing those so that you can know exactly what to do. We are really simplifying how your parties go. And so chicken salad has been a winner from day one. So take chicken salad. The other winner that comes right out of the chef pack is your chicken fajitas. Pour hot water on those those vegetables and meat, and you have a fajita and you just add a chip. It is so simple. And when we get into this next phase of duplication, we need simplicity. And so the business overview. Many people don't really know how to use the business overview, and Jeff is going to talk about that, how you use that as a tool. Thrive Life Earning Potential Flyer, use this in your party.
Well, they may not know what it is, but
okay.
So it's in the Million Dreams team. It's a document we came up with that just shows people at a glance. If I put in this much time, here's what I can earn. If I put in this much time, here's what I can earn. You used it a couple weeks ago with in a one-on-one, right? And you just said, where do you see yourself? And she just kind of pointed right there. That's where I want to be, and I can do that.
And so she put a little star right by the box where she wanted to earn some extra money to go on vacations. And that's what that is part of her why. And that's what I will inspire. Now, don't you want to, you'll have to work a little bit harder to get that savings fund built up to go on that Disney dream vacation. So whatever it is that they want to do with that, you can have them check it. But it kind of gets the dreaming wheels spinning. And so I love that about it. And the best way to Thrive Flyer is, we all know that if any of you have been using that is magic, and you should be using it every single party, tasting, every single one-on-one. Use the three-way, or the,
if you're not familiar with that, if you're not familiar with it, that also is in the file section of A Million Dreams team. So these are some of the tools we've been coming out with over the last 6 weeks to help you and help your team duplicate your efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. And
that's where Heather Parker and Debbie Abbott created something that on the back of the starter kit contents flyer that breaks down the commission so that it's really easy to say, here's what's in the kits, and here's how you earn money. You earn, 20 to 64% on this, and 10% on one-time sales, and 5% on residual. So it's easy to just take them through just a simple overview of the commission plan at a glance.
Right, and I think that's wonderful, because that is going to be another tool we can use at these tastings and one-on-ones. And it puts the earning potential right there in the front, right?
Yep.
And so again, we're going to be just adding more and more tools to the file box. So check there. We are collaborating all the time to give you the best tools that will be the most effective on one-on-ones and tastings.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk just a little bit more about the business overview webinar. We started those about a month ago, and they've been really successful. We've had hundreds of people watch those. But we listened to you and heard some of the struggles that we were doing them on Tuesday nights, and sometimes that didn't work for people. So then we decided, let's do them multiple times a week. But then it was difficult because there were 4 new links every week, and it was hard to keep track of all those. So what we've done is we've made them on demand. So there are 4 different webinars, one by Holly, one by Sherry, one by Monty Abbott, and one by me. And they're 20 to 30 minutes long, and you can just take the link and send it to somebody, and they can watch it really quickly. These are great to share with people who are interested in learning more about Thrive business opportunity and the products. Holly's is also great for people who want to learn a little bit more about the commission and exactly how it works. She breaks it down.
She really dove into that calculator.
Yeah. So it would even be something where maybe they watch Sherry's just to get an overview, and then you could send them the link to Holly's to find out more about the commission. So that's what that's for. So here's the thing in our business. Most of the time, it takes several exposures before someone makes a decision to either become a delivery customer or a consultant. A lot of people don't make that decision on the first exposure. Some do, most don't. Most of the time, it takes between 3 and 7 exposures for people to understand completely and make a decision. So your job as a consultant is to take people from exposure to exposure to exposure until they make that decision. If you only give them 1 exposure, they may think, oh, that's kind of cool, and they go away and forget about it. And a year later, they run into a Thrive Life consultant in an expo, and that person shows them more about it, and then that person follows up, and they end up joining that consultant rather than you, because that was the second or third or fourth exposure. So you want to make sure that you are the first, second, third, fourth, fifth exposure until they either make a decision to join or just say, leave me alone, don't call me anymore, right? That's something Debbie Abbott is great at. She's just the follow-up queen. So those exposures could be things like the Simple Clean Food video that's like 2.5 minutes long. You can just send that video to somebody and say, hey, take a look at this and see what you think. Another one is just give them a sample of the food. It could be sending them a flyer or showing them a flyer. It could be a one-on-one. It could be a tasting, or it could be this business overview webinar. So it's just one of the tools in your quiver to get people to take another look at the business. Now, I read something recently. It says the most powerful question in our business is, if I, would you? If I sent you a video, would you watch it? If I gave you a sample of our food, would you try it? And tell me what you think about it. If I sent you a link to a short webinar, would you watch it? Because I really value your opinion, and tell me what you think about it. Okay, that's a great way. You want to make sure and follow up. So if I sent you this, or if I give you this, would you watch it or taste it or try it? Okay, so really powerful question. So we really encourage you to use this business overview webinar as one of the tools to expose people to Thrive Life. They're great. They're very well done. And you'll find a lot of success in them. So we're going to put the links to these in this post of this Facebook Live. There's 4 separate links. You can copy them, save them to your computer, to a document or something, and then just anytime you want it, they're not going to change. So anytime you want to share with somebody, just pick the one you like, copy it, send it out, and they can watch it. It's also great for your newer team members who want to learn more about how to present or more about the commission plan. Okay, so that's a great way to share. Is that everything there?
I think that's it.
So let's see, we're on to this.
All right. So as you remember, we started phase 1, which was maximizing momentum, right, at the end of February. And we did a sponsoring sprint. Now, a lot of consultants accepted the challenge, and March was the highest enrollment month in the history of Thrive Life. Congratulations. Now you may be sitting there going, wait a minute, I didn't even do anything, Maybe your sprint, you didn't get 20. Whatever you did, it contributed to this big number. So congratulations, you guys did awesome.
Yeah. And even if maybe your March was crazy and you couldn't do a sprint in March, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You can do a sprint anytime you want, right?
Anytime. Like we said, anytime. Life gets in the way. We get it. We get that. We just had a big wedding, we just we had to take a week off. We were doing wedding stuff. So life gets in the way. Pull back and then regroup and then go again. That's the whole sprinting concept. And set your goals and use these tools and tips to get your team moving. So phase 2, is this you or me?
This is me. So phase 2. So we talked about, we launched Million Dreams Team about 6 weeks ago. Phase 1, sponsoring sprint. Phase 2, radical duplication. Okay, that's what we start on Monday. We're going to start radical duplication. Duplication is really the secret sauce to momentum. Momentum, kind of the definition of momentum, and momentum we talk about a lot. It's kind of this elusive unicorn in the industry that everybody thinks, what is momentum? When's it going to happen? Sherry said something a couple months ago that was brilliant. She said, I always thought that we just sit around and wait and eventually momentum would just happen. No. And all of a sudden she realized we create momentum.
Yes.
Momentum doesn't just happen. We have to create it. And kind of the definition of momentum is when mass duplication is happening in the organization. You can have momentum on your team, even though the company isn't having it. But when a lot of teams have momentum going on their team, the whole company experiences it. Okay, so that's the goal of Million Dreams Team, is to create momentum in your team and within the entire company. So starting next week, we're going to start sharing tips, tools, processes, systems, trainings on how to create radical duplication on your team. Here's something I love. It says, it doesn't matter what works, it only matters what duplicates. Okay, and kind of what that means is that you might be doing something that works great for you, but if your team can't easily duplicate it, you're not going to have momentum. You're not going to have duplication. This is really key. Simplicity equals duplication. It has to be simple. So that's what we're trying to accomplish with these tools and systems. It creates simple ways for you to teach your team members how to do what successful consultants do. Now, it's fine if you've got a little bit different way that you attract people, but you've got to, if your team members can't do it, you're not going to have duplication. So even if you do it a little bit differently, maybe you do more online, maybe you do it with YouTube, you still need a way to teach your team members how to do it a simple way, because they may not be able to create a huge YouTube channel, or they may not have a huge following on social media. So these simple systems are what we're going to start teaching. And when you have duplication, you have momentum. Okay, duplication equals momentum. That's the key here. So starting Monday, we're going to start sharing those simple ways. You need a simple way to share the product and a simple way to share the business opportunity. Okay, we already have introduced a lot of simple ways to do it. Now we're going to start teaching you how to teach your team how to recreate that. Now, a lot of us in the beginning, we named this the team, A Million Dreams team, based on the movie The Greatest Showman. A lot of us have gained a lot of inspiration from that. And there's two songs that really hit me and I really relate them a lot to this business. One is A Million Dreams, which is why we named the Facebook group that. The second is From Now On. And in that song, there's a phrase. Lisa's going to sing it for us. No?
No.
Okay, but the phrase is...
only in the shower do I sing this song.
What's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. And let this promise in me start like an anthem from my heart from now on. Okay? Make a promise in your heart that you're going to start doing this, that you're going to help your team members succeed, because that's what this is all about, right? Helping everyone create thriving lives on our team, with our customers. And the only way to do that is to help them fully realize all the benefits of Thrive and have success, right?
Exactly.
So it starts tonight. Actually, it starts Monday.
Starts Monday.
But the song is It Starts Tonight, okay? So we really want to encourage you to join with us in this radical duplication phase. We're going to have trainings every day next week on this. The Abbotts, Sherry's going to do one, Holly's going to do one, we're going to do one on getting this going, okay? So the way that you join this is you can search on Facebook, A Million Dreams Team. We'll also put a link to that group in this post. Go over to that page, ask to join. You're going to have to answer 3 questions. One is, are you serious about creating an income, a large income? It's whatever is important to you. If you want to make $500 or you want to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month, whatever it is, you just need to be serious about that and willing to do what it takes. It's going to ask you a couple of goals on income and rank, and then it's going to ask who your active upline is. Okay, that's it. Answer those questions. If you don't answer them, you're not going to be able to join. So you got to answer those questions and then join with us starting Monday.
Yeah, we are super excited about this radical duplication. We're just itching to just dive right in, and so excited for you to feel momentum start. And I think that if we all get our teams duplicating by convention, we're going to have a serious explosion, a serious movement. So get on the phone with your teams. Let's get them all trained on how to duplicate and within their own teams. We can do this. We did it before. We can do it again. So excited for you guys. So excited to be on this journey with you. So have a great weekend, and we will talk to you all very, very soon.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.